What is up, math superstars? I'm bringing to you lesson 1.5. This is fraction, decimal, and percent models. So here we go. This is our first example here. So what we're doing is you'll be given a model and you have to tell me the fraction, the decimal, and the percent of. It says tell what part of the circle is shaded is our keyword. So we know that our fraction is 1/4. So we have one part shaded out of 4 total pieces. Now to make this into a decimal and a percent, what we have to do is we have to figure out, is 4 a factor of 100? We can say yes, because we know that 4 times 25 will give us 100. And whatever we do to the denominator, we have to do to the numerator. So 1 times 25 is equal to 25. So now we have the fraction 25 hundredths, and then we can go ahead and write that as a decimal, 0 and 25 hundredths. And now we'll just go ahead and write that as our percent. We can go ahead and write that as 25%. So here we're going to take a look at our fraction, decimal, and percent charts. So in your chart, there's always going to be a spot that is blank. And so in our chart here, we have a fraction in simplest form. We have a fraction out of 100. You have a decimal, and you have a percent. So this is just our practice. We always need more practice as far as how we convert between fractions and decimals and percents. So here, the easiest here, the word percent means out of 100. And we can go ahead and we can take our fraction 25 hundredths. We know that if our denominator is out of 100, our numerator is the percentage. So our numerator here is 25%. We can write that as 25 with a percent sign. In our second row here, we have 2 missing spots. We're missing our decimal, and we're missing our fraction simplified. So our decimal, we take a look at 20 hundredths. We write 20 hundredths as a decimal. We write that as 0 and 20 hundredths. In our fraction in simplest form, what we can do is we can divide the numerator and the denominator by 20. And 20 divided by 20 is 1. And 100 divided by 20 is 5. And so 20 hundredths in simplest form is 1/5. And then we're given spots like, we have 3 missing spots here. So we have 11 twentieths. And so if we're going to write 11 twentieths as a fraction out of 100, we need to multiply the numerator and the denominator by 5. That's going to equal 55 hundredths. And when we go ahead and read our fraction out, the next easy step is we can write that as a decimal. So 55 hundredths, 0 and 55 hundredths. In the percent, when we take a percent, means out of 100. Since we have our fraction 55 hundredths, our percent is 55%.